It's the next day. I can confirm that yesterday all I did was lie in bed. Curtains closed, door shut, shut the dog out in the bedroom all day. Hardly ate anything. Was watching Schitt's Creek for most of the day, so yeah, it was a really shit day yesterday, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm just starting to just not want to get up, because I'm just like, what is the point? It's like already gone 9:30, it's probably like 1:45 now. And I'm just like so done with the day already. I just feel like such a failure, such a waste of space. Anyway, my stinking Derrylins, honestly, her clothing try-ons are like one of the only things that make me laugh these days. Okay, let's go downstairs and feed the dog, make a coffee. Hi.
Can you see me okay? One of the consultants working in this clinic. And now before we begin, I need to start by seeing some photo ID, please. Do you have anything? 5 to 30 minutes, that's the longest, half an hour appointment maximum. I've been through your previous records. So you had a diagnosis of combined ADHD in December 2024 when you saw one of my, but even before that you had anxiety, depression, diabetes, other conditions as well.
Yeah.
When we were ready to start you on medication, you were using cannabis. Now, cannabis does not agree with any ADHD treatment because it causes your heart rate to spike, your blood pressure to spike, so it is not safe. And it stays in your system even after you stop it for at least 2-3 weeks. So that's why you're discharged back thinking, you need first of all stop it and then give a good wipe out. Normally we recommend around 3 months. It's been a lot longer than that. Clear 3-month non-use of cannabis. Okay, so that's very, very crucial. Okay, so you stop cannabis now, and so what's your current status? Are you working? Are you a student? Are you not working? What do you do?
No, I'm not working at the minute.
Do you live at home with family or do you live alone?
I live with my partner.
And where is your family? Anyone nearby? Parents, siblings, anybody?
No.
No family nearby? Okay. As in what, you're not in touch? No, you're not in touch. So, but you have parents, you've got siblings as well, but you're not in touch with any of them. Yeah, where do they live? Very far away?
No.
They are nearby.
They are nearby, yeah, but...
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll document that, it's just to know your family situation, that's all, nearby but not in touch. So, since the last time we saw you, quite a while ago, until December was 2024. Since then, and especially in the last 6 months or so since you've been discharged back to the GP, when you think about ADHD in your day-to-day life, give me some examples. Where all do you see the problems due to ADHD? What are the issues you face because of ADHD? Your last job, what did you do?
It was a very corporate role. It just wasn't for me, to be honest.
How long were you there before you quit?
Like 2 months.
Oh, not long at all.
No, not long.
ADHD, you are diagnosed with combined ADHD, which means you got symptoms of lack of focus, inattention, and then you got symptoms of not able to settle or stay still, or feeling restless inside you or externally. What are those symptoms? What are those problems that you face in your day-to-day life? What symptoms do you see?
So that's really...
Yeah, leaning more towards autism. So when it is ADHD, we are looking at focus issues, not able to start a task, not able to complete a task, not able to prioritize. I'm asking more in that relation because I know you're feeling very strongly that you could have autism, but we'll try and focus on ADHD first because we need to decide what are the issues. Because if you you tell me what are your current issues now as it stands, and you go on medication treatment, then you can compare yourself before you start a treatment. In your own report, you'll get a copy of this report. You'll see these are the problems I said on that day, and 3 months later, when you go on a stable dose of medication, you can see, compare yourself. This is what I said that day. What's happening now? What's better? What's not better? You're already diagnosed. We're not going to reconfirm your diagnosis. It's just to see where you stand. So we have a yardstick to measure after treatment. Where are you at? So only for that reason. I think most relevant, like focus issues, most relevant, ability to relax, ability to sit still, being productive, in that respect, what are the issues?
I don't know, it's hard to explain.
Are things left as it is, like you don't tidy up?
No, it's hard to explain when I don't have work and I don't have a routine to give you examples, because I'm not exactly doing a lot.
Daily chores, tasks, shopping, paying for your bills, keeping up to date with your nails. There are a lot of things you do, even though you think a lot of things for you to stay where you are. So staying on top of things. Any problems that you like? Spend too much money, not pay bills, and stuff like that. Anything serious like that? Yeah, all of it. It's what's hard. I can't give like specific examples because it feels like everything. Do you know what I mean? It's difficult for you to tell if you're going to improve with treatment. You see, that is why having that clarity, what are my current problems, is very, very important. That's what goes on the letter, really, because what you feel is a problem, because you can compare yourself and see. Otherwise, you won't know, am I better or not? So you'll never get to know, is this improvement or not? Because there will be a lot of side effects to begin with, and then once you get through the side effect phase, you start experiencing benefits. But if you don't know in the first place what are my problems, you won't be able to tell how much improvement has happened. Okay, so leave that aside for 1 minute. So in terms of your health, when I looked at your GP letter, still diabetes, and you are under a diabetic clinic, or do you? When my emotions are high and I'm quite distressed, my levels obviously, spike and stuff like that. So I do as well as I can, considering, but Okay, so what, it keeps fluctuating? Because fluctuating sugar levels will also impact how our medication works. You see, diabetes is one condition which can interfere with the treatment we give you. So it's very, very essential to stick to the plan with your insulin. It's very, very important. If it is fluctuating, that was actually kind of sort of one of my concerns about going on medication as well, was that my diabetes management and how that would sort of all work, really. It might get better, because you might be more inclined to do things, more motivated to do things. But at the outset, if your sugar levels are fluctuating, some people can disengage because the side effects are a lot more than benefits, because your sugar levels are not in control. So something to bear in mind. Not everything can be treated by medication, unfortunately. It will be up to you. It will be your responsibility to decide, is this for my good? If I keep my insulin levels, my sugar levels normal, that drive needs to come from you to begin with. Otherwise, our medication at the outset, they won't work. It will take a while for it to start working. So that's something to bear in mind, so keeping your sugar levels stable. How's your sleep? I mean, it's only okay because I take a tablet every night. What about your appetite? How has it been? Just okay? Do you exercise? I try to. I haven't for the last few weeks, but I used to go to the gym every week. Any problems with your menstrual cycles currently? Well, I haven't had a proper menstrual cycle for years and years, so I decided to go back onto the contraceptive pill to get it back. Went on the Lucet, is it? Yeah. And what about mental health? You're on sertraline 50 milligram. How has it been? I've actually come off that now. Stop that. Because the GP letter did show you're still on sertraline in their repeat prescriptions. Yeah, it's only been a recent, sort of within the last month or so. Your mood has been okay, you're not feeling unduly depressed? It's hard to pinpoint whether it is that or not. I'm very emotional and sad and depressed all the time, so it doesn't really make a difference. worrying? You never feel suicidal? I don't want to live anymore. Does it happen? Now, how do you cope with that? What do you do to not do it? What stops you, basically?
My partner, I guess.
How understanding is your partner with all of this?
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll put you back on our waiting list, and I'll let the staff know, the medication team know that, well, they will know you're not a new patient anyways. I send a separate message telling them that you're already diagnosed a couple of years ago. You were discharged because of cannabis. So when they pick up that, they don't put you on the full waiting list. They will try to get you into medication treatment as soon as possible.
Yeah.
It might still be a few months, but it won't be the long waiting list which you have already waited for. I'll upload a form today for you to note your blood pressure, pulse, heart rate, weight, height, stuff like that. Redo. The medication treatment will last up to 3 months. Okay, 8 to 12 weeks is the timing it lasts once you start the medication, wherein you will be expected to complete a monitoring form every 7 days. The smallest dose by the end of 7 days. What am I feeling? What are the benefits? What are the side effects? What's my blood pressure? What's my pulse? What's my weight? So you will be expected to check your blood pressure and pulse every week.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any questions currently? So
I just, to be honest, my only concern is the length of like the 12 weeks. I just feel like that, I don't know, I feel like that's quite a short amount of time compared to other people. Like other people have been on titration for like months and months. So I just fear that like rushing different meds, different types of doses is just gonna just not go well for me. I don't know, I am really quite concerned about the length.
You won't know that. Nowadays, in only exceptional circumstances, they can extend the treatment beyond the 3 months. This is something which has come from the NHS where you are from. You know, these directives we get, how long a trial can last. Previously, going back 2 years ago, when you were first placed on the waiting list, that time there was no upper limit. We could have from 1 month all the way to 6 months without any. But now everything is being made shorter because of budget or whatever constraints. Some exceptions arise, but as you go through the treatment, depending on how you respond, they may change that. Okay? So the changes can happen, but it's not a convenience thing. It's how you react to the treatment thing that tells them. But to start off with, it will be 3 months. Okay. You'll be that's something that could be flexible if lots of reasons. If you don't tolerate the medication, if you've got severe side effects, so there are conditions. We found that most people get the right dose sorted within the 3 month period. But, okay.
Thank you. You too. Take care.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I just don't even know if I have the energy to do all this shit. It's so difficult. I just don't know if... I mean, at least I got one thing fucking in there about my concerns about it only being 12 weeks. It's so difficult. I hate when people ask me the kind of things that I struggle with, like in terms of my ADHD and stuff. I just think like I literally can't even like give you an example because I feel like my brain just hardly retains anything. Like honestly, I'm so bad at recalling things, like giving examples. I don't know why. It's just like whenever I get asked that question and get put on the spot, it's like my mind goes blank, and I actually have no examples to give, and it's just like, well, they're probably thinking, well, how do you know you've got ADHD then if you can't even tell me one thing that you struggle with, sort of thing. But it's just like, it's nothing ever. I don't know, sometimes it's not anything major, it's just something so small that you don't even clock, and I don't fucking know. I don't know. What's wrong with me, man? Well, I need to do these forms anyway. All I want to do is speak to somebody about how I'm feeling. I feel like I've got nobody to call, really. I don't want to talk to anyone in my close circle about how I'm feeling. But I also don't want to talk to a stranger either. I just don't want to be here anymore. So it's a lot later on. Still here. I managed to message some friends. I think what's really hard is whenever I'm having a mental health crisis like that, I just kind of kept it to myself and just tried to get through it on my own, really, because I just didn't think that reaching out to anybody would help, because it never did in the past. So again, I think it's just that pattern of not feeling safe enough to raise how I'm feeling, you know, and just make the first move, you know. I've always struggled with making the first step and reaching out for help in a crisis. So when I feel like I'm in a crisis again, I panic and I feel like I've got nobody to talk to. But I think that's not true. Like, I do have people to talk to. It's just, I know that it's the perception of how they're going to react, what they're going to say, things they might suggest to help, all these sorts of things that I'm almost not used to and like don't want to hear because I'm not ready to hear them yet. Anytime I'm in a crisis, I just want somebody to be a listening ear, really, and to just validate how I'm feeling and just understanding, really. I'm not looking for a solution or a way out of it, because sometimes like that's not what you need. It's literally just to get the bad thoughts out of your head, really, isn't it? It's, in a crisis like that, especially someone neurodivergent, when, you know, it's the case of it's either now or it's not now. So if my friends try and give me encouraging words like, you know, don't worry, it'll pass, or I'll try to think of you know, the future and how good it will be, and it's just not what I need to hear. Because in a crisis like that, I'm not thinking about the future. The future doesn't keep me going when my present is so difficult and it's all I've ever known, really. My whole life it's been the same, like year after year after year, it's been like this. it's just always sort of been worst case scenario, and then one traumatic thing after another, all just keep adding up and building up. So when people say like, oh, look forward to when things will finally work out, and it's just hard to imagine that, because it feels like it never has worked out, not yet, because I always seem to end up back in situations like this, just really struggling with who I am, the way I am, because I haven't had the proper therapy to help me understand that and to help me learn to live with that, or to help ease it. I've always ended up being unemployed, back in a crisis situation of being broke, not having any money, knowing I'm not going to be able to afford bills and stuff. So yeah, that's why I really struggle to reach out, because obviously all your friends want to do is suggest things and say encouraging things to help you get out of your current state. But like I say, it's in situations like that, it's now or not now, and all I can feel is how shit a now is, and that's what makes me just not want to be here, because I think it's not gonna get any better. I'm sick of waiting for my life to get better. Like I want it to be better now, but because I'm on hold waiting for so many things to make my existence better, I just feel so trapped, and I feel really, really withdrawn from reality, you know. I feel so withdrawn from everything and everyone, and I just sat downstairs for ages just not knowing who to call, who to message, because the one person that I really want to call is the reason that I feel like this. I applied for loads of jobs and keep getting rejections, so that's really disheartening. I know it's such a tough mark out there, and this is what's frustrating about the fact that until I can receive universal credit and or PIP payments, I'm not going to be earning any money, and I need to be earning some sort of money to contribute towards the bills. I always just go ham really, you know, hard for the first few months, and then I hit burnout, and then it just depends how long I can keep going after that point before needing to quit or being let go. So again, it's almost like just PTSD from getting a job, because it always ends the same. I always end up feeling like this. I'm just really struggling to navigate just everything. I really am. I just feel so lost. I feel so withdrawn. Just don't feel like I'm here. I just think like, am I really like living? Like, I just feel so out of body and out of mind, out of reality, just coasting, just existing, you know, just floating, waiting to land. I know, I can't get through these next few weeks without therapy, and she's not replying. It's been almost
almost a week. I thought that I would have at least booked my session in now. Still haven't heard from her, so I rung her earlier and left her a message. But do you know what I mean? It's just constant waiting all the time. It just makes me feel like I genuinely don't have control over most aspects of my life if I'm having to wait for all these things to come back before I can actually live. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? I don't know. And like, how am I supposed to get through these next few weeks when I'm in such a dark headspace? I have such bad, thoughts about myself. How am I supposed to get myself through it when every day I think of myself as a failure and a waste of space? I just think so little of myself. How am I supposed to keep myself going when I don't think I'm worthy of anything? I don't think I don't know, I just don't know. I just have such a big question mark over my head. I have such a dark cloud over my head. And it's hard to hear from people you care about that are like, you've got through this before, you can do it again, and like, oh well, at least you've got things to look forward to, and at least whilst you wait and then hear things, things will work out for the best and stuff like this. And it's just like, I don't care about any of that. I care about now. Help me now. I need help now. I just feel I have no purpose. There's just no point of me. Like, what am I doing? I'm not doing anything. And I think the hardest part is comparing my worth and my level of achievement of, productivity and stuff like this is all just measured by whether I'm at work or not and earning money. The reason that I have such bad thoughts about myself and the way that I view myself all comes back down to the fact that I'm not working, I'm not earning any money, I'm not contributing to anything, and therefore I'm the reason that we're gonna now be in this shit. And it's not like jobs grow on trees. I've applied for so many, but it's just not that simple or easy. Everywhere requires experience. Again, I'm trying to do a career change because I don't want to go back to what I was doing, but no one will hire me without experience. I can't work any more than 16 hours because that's universal credit threshold. So that's really hard because most part-time roles are like 20 hours minimum. I just wake up every day feeling like, what's the point? Just immediately just a failure and a letdown. I need this therapy to help me change the way I view about myself. I need therapy to help me change my perspective and the way that I talk to myself. But again, I'm waiting and just anxiously waiting to be able to do it. But then also at the same time, it's not like I can really afford it. Like, I don't even know how much it's gonna be, maybe like £50, and that's like £50 a week. It's so much money. We just don't have the money. So again, I just feel stuck, like I need therapy, but I can't afford it. So therefore I'm just right where I started. Wanting and needing to do these things and knowing what I want and knowing what I need and wanting to achieve them but not being able to, and I'm sick of needing more help than normal people do. I'm sick of having to admit that I do have limitations and disadvantages being who I am, and living with the conditions I have and feeling already inferior to everybody. Just hate that my future and my fate is sort of in the hands of other people, and I just have to wait and hope that the outcome is what I want it to be. And what if it's not? Then what? Just sick of living in a world that wasn't made for people like me. Because we have to suffer like this, killing ourselves trying to fit into a normal society. I just can't wait for Jay to get home so I don't have to be on my own anymore. I just can't keep being on my own like this. It's so difficult because the whole point of me not working and having this time off was to really put the work into myself and do my therapy and do, you know, journaling or recovery college courses or whatever it may be. But because I'm just so withdrawn and so exhausted that I don't have any energy to put any effort into myself, so therefore I'm just sitting here to just staying the same or getting worse, and it's just frustrating because I know that the only person who can help me is me. But it's also like I need other people to provide me with resources and tools and advice and guidance to help me become the best version of myself and to help me achieve what other people can achieve. There's nothing I can do for my PIP or universal credit except wait. There's nothing I can do about my ADHD medication except wait. There's nothing I can do about my therapy except wait.
It's the next day, woken up feeling okay. I don't know why, it's weird. I don't like when one day I feel like I'm at the end and I'm in a really, really just crazy dark mental health crisis day, to then the next day being okay. It's weird. It's hard to balance, really. It's hard to navigate. It's hard to know, because I don't really know how to look after myself on those days, and then how to go about the following recovery days. Like, this is what I need my therapist for. Why is she not replying to me? Why is she ghosting me? Does she just not want to do therapy with me anymore? Anyway, I just wanted to say that if anyone's ever in a crisis situation like that, honestly, all I can say is just speak to somebody. It doesn't matter who it is, whether it's a stranger, whether it's like nobody, whether you record it like this, I don't know. But Juno is a really good app because you can just call and no one's on the other end, or call Mind Helpline or something like that. Just offload everything that you're thinking and feeling. They're not there to give you advice or guide you, because I know that when I'm in a crisis like that, if someone tries to give me solutions, and like I was saying yesterday about when it's like, oh, try to look to the future and how good things will be then, it's like, no, there is no future when I'm in a crisis like that, you know. It really is that moment. It's now or not now. So that's really hard to try to explain to people, especially your friends and family or whatever, who are trying, all they want to do is give you solutions and ideas to get you out of that crisis and all that sort of stuff. But an autistic, I don't like calling them breakdowns or meltdowns, wobbles. So much more than a wobble though. I'm just really proud of myself because yesterday I messaged my friends and just told them the truth. Like, I didn't hold anything back. Yeah, it was intense and stuff, but it was better than it being in my head and genuinely suffering from that all on my own. So yeah, I just messaged them and just said, like, I don't want to be here. I feel like blah 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 XYZ. And honestly, just having someone on the other end just validating and listening is all that you need sometimes. So I'm really proud of myself for doing that, because yesterday was a really dark day. And anyway, this morning I've gotten up, music on. I haven't listened to music for a few days, so music on, brushed my teeth, washed my face for the first time in ages, did an exfoliating wash. I've deodorized, I've moisturized, I've put oil in my hair, and I've brushed my hair. So I think that's a pretty good start, considering how yesterday was. So I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself. I'm not going to go fucking ham and go to the gym and walk around and hit the dog out and clean the whole house and all this. Like, no, I'm just going to take today literally minute by minute as it comes. Do what I want to do what feels right. I feel like the last couple of days I really have done a lot in terms of like applying for jobs and just trying to do loads and loads and loads of things, and I think I've just been overwhelmed with myself, because it's almost like I'm trying to prove that just because I'm not working, I'm still showing my worth and my productiveness by doing so many things. But at the same time, it's just like I need to learn when to rest and give myself a break and give my head and my body a break, because that's the problem. That's where most of the problems lie in like a normal society. You know, we try to push to be normal, and then we end up being burnt out. And I've lived my whole life that way, and I just don't want to keep doing that anymore, because obviously it hasn't worked and it's going to keep not working, and I don't want to keep forcing myself to be normal when it just proves that doesn't work for me. And I need to stop kidding myself and forcing myself to fit that narrative, really, when I know it just doesn't. So I think today I might deep dive a little bit more into my ADHD and my autism, and genuinely write down the things that I struggle with that trigger me, or just certain parts that I struggle with more than others, and etc. So yeah, let's see how today goes. I'm trying. I've gotten ready. I've fucking put sun cream on my shoulders and everything. Like, I had planned on walking to this like little field meadow thing. It's like 25-30 minute walk from my house, but I just feel paralysed because of how much stuff I have to bring. I wanted to go there, take the dog, and just sort of camp up there for a little while. You know, I wanted to take a notebook, a word search, the iPad, some snacks. Obviously I have to bring this med bag full of meds. I have to bring juice. And as soon as I picked the bag up, I was like, yeah, there's no fucking way I can carry that for half an hour and have the dog in one hand as well. And it's just, with the way I'm feeling, obviously, just really sensitive.
I'm just so triggered because it's just frustrating, because I just think I don't think it's going to be worth all this hassle. So I don't think I'm going to bother, and it's just annoying because I thought, oh, it's sunny, but there's a nice breeze, so I can take the dog out for once in the daytime. And then I can get some fresh air and catch some rays. But now I just... it's just annoying. I just don't want to bother at all now because of the potential hassle. And this is the frustrating thing when people say like, oh, why don't you go for a nice walk? It's just like, that's not... Going for a walk for me is not a relaxing, peaceful time. It's just not. It's more hassle than not, because of all the stuff I have to bring, and it's just... I know it's probably seems so silly and minor, but like I say, with the way that I'm feeling right now, everything is just mountain high. Drax, please stop licking. Fucking hate that noise. I just feel guilty now because even though my dog has no idea that I was going to take him, I just feel really guilty now that I'm not going, because now he's not going out. And maybe I'll just walk him around town instead. I don't know. It's just annoying when you have an idea and then things just like reality hits, and it would be so much easier if I had a rucksack, but I don't. All I've got is like shoulder bags, and I just know what I'm like, and I just know that the stress of like a heavy bag on one shoulder with the dog in the other, walking on a single file like country back road where cars, you know, will have to go round me. I need to be aware that there are cars coming, so I won't be able to listen to music. I don't know, it's just, yeah, like I say, just go for a walk. Why don't you go for a nice like relaxing walk? No, it's just not. And it's frustrating because, again, I don't know if I'm making excuses or if these are genuine valid reasons. To me, I feel like they are valid reasons. Like, I don't want to go for a walk and then like get to the destination and then have nothing to do with myself. Like, I'm not in a good place where I can just sit there with my thoughts and do nothing. Do you know what I mean? That's why I wanted to bring my word search and everything like that. But it's just annoying because the only way that I can imagine that I would walk there and be okay and it like is if I went by myself, but then it's just the guilt and the shame of leaving the dog here when I know that I can bring him with me. So now I'm just sitting here and just not knowing what to do now, and I just know I'm just gonna end up not going out. I'm just gonna end up going and getting changed again and then just sitting on the sofa for the rest of the day. I'm just so overwhelmed. I'm just sitting here looking at all this shit. Wanted to bring a towel. It just takes up so much room in the bag. I don't know, I just find it hard that imagining other people literally just grabbing their phone and their keys and walking out the door, and that's it. They haven't got to worry about bringing anything else. And it just goes hand in hand with like sort of sensory overwhelm as well, like the bag on one shoulder and not on the other, and then like I know that my dog will be like sort of pulling me a bit and that will like be jolting me, and it will just, oh, it's all just going to be so stressful and triggering, and it's just annoying. It just makes me feel like a failure, and I'm just being, I don't know, dramatic. But this is real, like, this is the reality for me. It always has been. I've always struggled with these sorts of things. So yeah.